Hey guys, what's up? Toboloco here. Welcome back to our Israel 2010 FIFA World Cup South Africa run. We are in part 3, and if you didn't see the last two parts, then I highly recommend them because this is what we've got. We've got South Africa, Peru, and El Salvador at the World Cup. I believe this is the first time Israel qualified since well, this time it'll be 30 years or something like that. Quite a long time. So yeah, we're gonna play through this whole campaign and finish this series and see how well we can do with Israel. And I'd just like to remind you before we start that it's, again, it's just a gameplay. It's not a political statement by me or whatever. People ask me to do this and I'm just doing it, and we are doing every single nation, and unfortunately for the people who don't like this nation, it is part of the game. So anyway, let's get straight into this. We are against El Salvador, and just to remind you, it's still on legendary difficulty because it is the best and most fun way to play this game. Here we go then, El Salvador versus Israel in our first match of World Cup South Africa, but this time with Israel. We've done so many runs on this game, and I always look back at my runs that I've done a few years ago, and I'm thinking, how have I improved on this game? And to be honest, probably not that much. There are some nations that do take you by surprise though, and of course Israel have actually taken me by surprise because they are a 3-star team, they are average, but they did the job in qualifying quite well. There were some teams that we absolutely just swept aside, and I'm hoping we can do that here in this World Cup. Now, our form has reset since the... oh, that was close by El Salvador. But yeah, our form has reset since the qualification. Because I don't do full qualifying campaigns, as in the ones with all the friendlies in between and stuff. I literally just do qualification only. And that's just the qualifying games. Which, in a way, it's better. But in a way, it's not, because you don't keep your form. But again, it's the added challenge of coming to the World Cup and rebuilding that form. Comes Barda. He's going to through ball it to Golan. Barda and Golan were absolutely amazing in qualification. They were just so lights out in the whole entire run. That was a great ball over the top, and here comes Golan. Can he finish it off for Israel? No, he cannot. But there's still a chance thanks to the deflection. And it's smashed in there. I think it's Benayoun with the first goal for Israel's World Cup. And that is 1-0. Well, the ball kindly bounced back from the goalkeeper's save, and we're able to pass it back and smash it in. The player was on the floor there as well. I think it was Golan. He was sort of saying to himself, how could I miss that? And just got fired in anyway. So yeah, 1-0. So at half time, we are 1-0 up on El Salvador. They've made it tricky, to be fair, to actually play against. And we were kind of lucky with our goal. That was random. And that's fired in for 2-0. And that is Barda. He's got the second for Israel. And well, it was really random because I think it was Alberman. He went to get it, and it looked like they were both standing in an offside position. So the goalkeeper, I guess, just sort of left it. I don't know. I mean, maybe, but obviously it wasn't offside because the game would have flagged it. And yes, 2-0. Oh, here comes El Salvador. They might have been able to push through here, and it's wide. First chance since the first half. They haven't been that good at all, really, compared to the first half. Crossed in. The header, it's gone in. And that's 3-0. I think that was Benayoun again, wasn't it? No, it's Barda, sorry. And that is 3-0 to Israel. It was just a really nice ball that was already in the box. Just nice little chip ball in there. And that is 3-0. Crossed in. And El Salvador there. Wasteful cross into the box. They just haven't been able to score in this game despite their best efforts. They just haven't played that well, and Israel will be taking this one once it's booted away. A good first result for them in this World Cup, and we can look forward to the next two games. So the second match for Israel's World Cup is against Peru. So again, two teams that are around about the same rating, so it could be quite an interesting match. I'd say Peru are maybe slightly stronger, possibly, but Hopefully that last match has given us form to overcome Peru. If we win this match, then we will go to the round of 16, and that'll be by far Israel's best finish at a World Cup. So through ball, here comes Golan. Can he do it? Golan, he scores to make it 1-0 to Israel already. And well, what a start. 6 minutes in, Golan has got the first goal for Israel, and it's just a through ball, and he was able to breeze on past everyone and smash it in for 1-0. Over the top, Barda. And that was a great challenge, but hold on, there's the referee whistle here, and that is a red card for Peru. That's unbelievably harsh, considering I went for the shot, and oh, he actually chopped through me before he got the ball. So that is a red card, and Peru are down to 10 men. Benayoun crosses it in, and there's no header there. We've been all over Peru, but there's still no end product from the first goal, pretty much. Can't really seem to get that second goal to lock this result down. Come Peru, and that's their first shot of the game, and they probably are struggling to attack because they probably had to take off an attacker just to sort of man up the defence a little bit more. What was that? That was weird, but alright, we got away with it there. Back into the box. And that's saved. What a save by the Peruvian keeper. It's going to be a corner to Israel. Israel have had tons of shots, but still can't finish the job. I think Barda and Golan had off days in front of net, perhaps. I don't know. But we still can't clear our lines here. And that's just wide by Peru. That will be game over. And a very underwhelming 1-0. It's still good, don't get me wrong. It's a good result. Gets Israel into the round of 16. Just needs to be a bit better, considering that our next match, even though it doesn't matter for us, is going to be against South Africa. South Africa are the strongest out of the 3 teams that we've had to play. So just looking at the table quickly, we have Israel top, and then South Africa and Peru fighting for that second place spot. Yeah, we got South Africa next. Peru have got El Salvador. Could create a situation where if both of those teams get big wins, we could potentially get eliminated with 6 points, which would be rare, but it could happen. There is possibility. Here we go then, final match of the group stage for Israel. It's against South Africa, the strongest team that they have to play so far at this World Cup. And we'll see what they can do against South Africa, the hosts. If the hosts can't win, then they'll probably go out. Alberman. Benayoun. It's tackled, but it didn't stop him, and that's in. That is in, and it is Cohen with the goal in the 20th minute for Israel, and that is 1-0. Well, despite South Africa's attempts to stop me, even tripping me up, it still didn't stop Cohen from just marching on through and smashing it in. That's a great ball, and South Africa almost got that, and that's smashed in off the post for 1-1. We couldn't clear it properly, and Modise has scored to make it 1-1. So that's an equaliser. The defence were just not great at clearing the ball there. And yeah, 1-1. Through ball, Golan. Can Golan finish it off? No, he can't. That was a terrible miss. Right in front of goal, and you're not even putting that away? Golan. Can he get past people there? No, he can't. And it will be half-time in a second with the score at 1-1 between these two. Very well matched up match. Again, I still think South Africa are stronger than us because every time we keep going for on goal, it just doesn't feel like we can actually push our way past like we could in qualifying. Peru have equalised against El Salvador, so the group is exactly the same, but everybody has 1 point more. South Africa have been really good at locking our attacks down and not letting anything else go past. So I think this one at best will be a draw. South Africa here. It's blocked. They still have it somehow, and that is saved. I mean, that was just completely wild. Got 2 substitutes coming on now. It took ages for them to come on because like South Africa wouldn't let go of the ball. 89th minute. Definitely not going to do it now. Been a very tough game between Israel and South Africa. both sides just couldn't get past each other after the 2 goals went in, and that's fine. It's okay. It's still unbeaten, but we just got to watch out as we go deeper into this tournament when we play against some of those bigger sides, because obviously, you know, we can't seem to do it here against the hosts. So yeah, we'll see what we can do in the future. I'm just hoping that we don't run into someone massive like immediately from the round of 16. That would be pretty disastrous. But as we go into full time, it's 1-1, and the game was frustrating in the sense that they just, like, Israel couldn't do anything after the first goal, but they're celebrating like they've won the tournament, and they've gone through to the round of 16, which again is their best result. So that's how the final table looked in Group A. Israel topped it with 7 points, 5 goals and only 1 against. South Africa went through, and Peru and El Salvador went home. The other groups look like this. We have Uruguay going through top of that one, and Germany coming second. So we've got Germany, unfortunately. So yeah, that's always fun. In Group C, it's Spain and North Korea going through. North Korea trumped France to get that second place spot. France were terrible in this round, and they were in real life as well, to be fair. So I guess the game got that right. But yeah, North Korea? Okay, alright, well, that's really strange. And in Group D, we have Argentina and Paraguay going through, both with 6 points. Ireland and New Zealand going home. In Group E, it was Japan and Ukraine going through. England getting knocked out on goal difference there. So that's pretty funny that Japan and Ukraine went through. Mexico and the Netherlands go through in Group F. Turkey and Angola go home. In Group G, it was Brazil and Algeria going through, with Australia and Slovakia going home. And finally in Group H, we have Finland topping that one, with the United States just behind them on goal difference, Nigeria and Croatia going home. And that sets up a round of 16 then. Obviously we know ours, which is against Germany. We have Spain versus Paraguay, Japan versus the Netherlands, Brazil versus USA, Uruguay versus South Africa, Argentina versus North Korea, Mexico versus Ukraine, and Finland versus Algeria. Alright then, so we have Israel versus Germany in the round of 16. It's going to be a hard matchup between these two, because obviously Israel haven't been amazing yet. They're getting there. They are getting there very slowly. Barda and Golan haven't really hit the ground running as much as I'd like them to. Not like they were in qualifying. So, I mean, they have to appear here, otherwise it's over. Here comes Germany. Great challenge. But they lost the ball there, Israel. And that's a header, and that's gone wide from, I think it was closer. Every time we make a pass, it's intercepted. Passing obviously isn't quite at the level we had in qualifying, and sometimes runs do go like that, you know, it just can't replicate the form that you have in qualifying. It does suck, but you know, sometimes it does happen. And here comes Israel, but it's just forced away from the net there. Gonna be laid off here. Cohen. Okay, well that was the first proper attempt, and it just goes wide. 29 minutes in, and there hasn't really been anything. Barda gets tackled, and again, that was a really good timed challenge by Germany, because if they got that wrong, even by a pixel, it definitely would have been a red. That's a great ball, and that's fired in by Germany for goal number 1. That was a really nice ball, and yeah, Balak scores to make it 1-0 to Germany. And well, I think Israel just don't have what it takes to beat these kind of sides. It'll be half time with the score at 1-0 to Germany. They have the advantage thanks to Michael Ballack, and well, we've got to try and fight back in this game. Given away by Germany, and up to this attacking partnership of these two, and that was a decent ball. Can we do anything? No, we can't. We can't seem to get past. And that's how good Germany have been. They've been really, really strong at the back. And here comes Closer. We can't tackle him, but it goes wide. So through ball, here comes Barda. This is his chance to shine. And off the post. Unbelievable luck for Germany. Just has not been here for Israel today. 76th minute. I can't see them doing anything to get back in this game. Balak crosses it in, and keeper really messed up there, and that is 2-0. That'll be game over, closer scores, and that goalkeeping error was really terrible, and that's thrown away the entire run now, as well, Israel will be going out of this World Cup, and they strike it over the bar there. They've just not been good enough in this match, and the signs were there against South Africa. We just couldn't really deal with stronger players and better players as well. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, they are a good side sometimes, but when we come up against situations like this, it just fell apart, unfortunately. Sometimes if you're not clinical in front of goal like that, then of course you're going to lose games, and that's it. That is the end of the run for Israel. And yeah, I mean, you know, during qualifying, let's summarize it a little bit. During qualifying, fantastic, you know, the strike partnership was amazing. This World Cup, of course, the group stage was good. It wasn't like outstanding, it was just good. This match, you know, again, it is against Germany, but yeah, it's just not good enough. So who wins the World Cup then? It's Spain against Argentina, 3-0 after a 1-1 draw, and the third place playoff was won by Brazil against Algeria. So Algeria were the dark horse in this run. Obviously, we lost against Germany. And then Spain beat Paraguay and pens, Holland beat Japan, Brazil beat the United States, and then South Africa beat Uruguay. Argentina only just squeezed by North Korea 1-0. Ukraine beat Mexico, and then Algeria beat Finland. So then Algeria went on to beat Ukraine. Argentina beat South Africa, but then of course Argentina beat Algeria. But yeah, top 4 for Algeria, that's not too bad. So it's nice to see a random team go quite far when you don't expect it, sort of thing. And of course you got on the other side Spain beating Brazil, and then obviously Spain beating Argentina on penalties. So yeah, that has been your entire Israel qualification run, and I can feel like a weight is lifted off my shoulders, considering that this run could be considered quite controversial. But yeah, if you did like this one, then please give it a like and subscribe. Keep it loco as always.